It's Art from Watcher Pass. Today I'm talking to Sharon Lawrence about Joe Pickett, which comes to Spectrum and Spectrum On Demand on December 6, 2021. We're going to talk to her in just a second, but first let's check out the trailer. And while you're watching, if you can like and subscribe to this channel, that would be fantastic. It helps me out a lot. Thank you.
I was 12 when I decided this is what I want to do. And here I am.
Joe, I know how dangerous your job is. You have got to promise to be careful.
That's my middle name. Is that right?
Can I trust you to look for the truth?
Those are the guys you're looking for. And they're dangerous.
This job will break you unless you learn how to bend.
I can be pretty stubborn. I gotta finish this thing.
So thanks so much for joining me, Sharon. This is Sharon Lawrence, who plays Missy in Joe Pickett, which is coming to Spectrum and Spectrum On Demand on December 6, 2021. I guess, the first question is, how did you get involved in this? Like, had you read the books before, or is this something that you just kind of thought would be fun and interesting? Maybe you were stuck in pandemic and didn't have anything else to do, and like, I want to go camping. So how did you get involved in this?
Well, hi, David. And yeah, we were all stuck in pandemic mode, but I'd actually been working quite a bit. I'm fortunate that my business picked up before others because we had such stringent protocols to keep everyone safe. And I was not familiar with the books. I offered an audition. So I read the pilot script and was really interested in the way in the writing. I thought it was so compelling, a page turner for sure. And I recognized the value of being part of a best-selling novel series. That's a built-in audience that loves the show and that can help us with knowing what about the show is that we get right, what we choose to amplify, and also to bring it to people that aren't familiar, that aren't aware of the material. So those things were very interesting to me. And then the character of Missy herself was so full of contradictions that I knew that there would be a lot of levels to play, a lot of opportunities to peel back layers. And it's an ensemble piece, which I always appreciate, not just because the burden is certainly on Joe Pickett and the actor Michael Dorman, he's in all the time, but that you develop a family, and that's a wonderful feeling for me.
It's such an interesting way to look at it. I love that you mentioned that this is such a bestseller, like it's based on a bestseller, which is a very smart way to kind of have a built-in fan base, and they will definitely tell you the things you got right, but they also might tell you the things you got wrong. Did you research anything more to try to see, or did you like look into what the fans thought of your character before to kind of make sure that you were doing the fans justice, or did you kind of see it because you were an experienced actor and kind of know how this character should be portrayed and you kind of expect the fans to go with you?
Well, it's there in the writing. It's pretty, the words make it pretty clear. And then in the books, what we're introduced to Missy, who has high standards, but further on into the book, she recognized that she came from, sort of low beginnings in a way. Mm-hmm. And she is of a generation of women that couldn't count on my generation of women. We had aspirations for independence and for high-level careers, but the societal constructs did not always support that. There were still glass ceilings as we were coming up. And her aspirations for her daughter, I think, are very relatable. The disappointment in her other children is something that people can understand. She loves her grandkids, but doesn't want to be called grandma because that's not how she sees herself. There's so many qualities that are relatable about her. And I am different in my looks. She's described as raven-haired. However, and we could have made that choice, but I look so much like Julianna Guill. We make such a good mother-daughter pair that we just decided to stay with our own natural coloring and looks because it made sense as a family resemblance. And so fans may have expected one thing, but I know they're going to get the essence of Missy and the conflict with Joe and just the way she changes the temperature of any room that she enters.
Yeah, yeah, no, I love that about your character, because this is a, it's a fairly serious film. There are some moments of levity. It's a serious series, but your character kind of, you add a lot of comedy to it. Kind of the things you say, they're kind of out there, but then also sometimes they're just what everyone's thinking as well. You're like, you're both the voice of reason and also the voice of just like just left turns essentially. So that was such a fun character to have in this series.
Yes, yes, I know that we in these mysteries, when there can be such tension, you need resolution, you need resolve, you need to be able to shake it off and find some and pursue another storyline, another dynamic. And Missy definitely does that.
And Missy is also kind of central in some of the conflicts. Like I think she's more of like a city person, but then she comes out to the country to help with the family and for her own personal reasons. So what was that like? Are you more of a city person? Are you more of a country person? Are you somewhere in between? What was that transition like as well?
I'm really in between, because I grew up in a fairly large city in the South, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Raleigh. But my people are from the mountains. So I spent my summers as a Girl Scout in Girl Scout camps in the wilderness. I live in Los Angeles, but my husband and I also have a getaway in the California mountains in an alpine wood forest. So I really do recharge in nature. But I'm comfortable in a big city setting also. And for me, this opportunity to work on the show put me in a beautiful outdoor environment that was full of the struggles that we're facing now: wildfires, drought, those things I really care about. I am an environmental activist. I do a lot of ocean conservation work. I'm the chair of a board of an ocean conservation organization. So
Wow.
I'm very invested in that. And I like seeing how other people and other cultures and other environments are working on caretaking and on sustainability. So all that was very rejuvenating and inspirational for me.
Yeah, that's amazing. It sounds like you're kind of the perfect person for this role, just because you have that life experience as well. I mean, the next question was going to be, what was it like filming out in the wilderness? But it sounds like it was a wonderful, rejuvenating experience. So you can't help and see these views that they had and just kind of be in awe.
Right, right. And we have such a great team of professional. The crew is so wonderful that I enjoy being around them. We trust them to keep us safe and to glam us up. And the gal who is my transportation, my professional, we became such good friends, so close that I'm so grateful for the people I get to meet, because they teach me so much about where I'm living when I'm there.
Yeah, really. I mean, you are kind of portraying the people of this town, so it makes sense that you would get that from them and try to kind of do that justice, because you're both the character and then also the setting. You have to make it seem like an accurate representation of the books and also of the film.
Yeah, true.
I know we have a limited time, so I'd like to switch to, they're lightweight questions about the film. I call them lightning round questions. You can feel free not to answer them, but I try to keep them very answerable.
Okay.
Have you ever seen an emu?
In real life?
In real life, yeah.
No. But my favorite face cream has emu oil in it.
Oh, interesting. There you go. There you go. So yeah, I don't know how to take that. I love that your character starts. I think her first scene that we see her in, she has a glass of wine, which I thought was a nice kind of like,
Oh yes,
it's emblematic of her character. What's your go-to drink if you're relaxing or maybe trying to deal with a move? Or is it wine? Is it whiskey? Is it something else?
Vodka tonic.
Vodka tonic. That's very classy. I like it.
Keep it clear.
And this series has a lot of gunplay, a lot of wilderness experience. How is your shooting? How are you a crack shot, or have you ever shot a gun before?
I don't own guns. I have shot a gun. My grandfather up who was an optometrist by trade, but a good shot. In the mountains of North Carolina, they hunted fox and whatnot, grouse. I tried my hand at skeet shooting, and I surprised myself that I was, better than I thought I'd be at aim. But I don't have any aspirations to become a marksman. Yeah.
I guess it just comes naturally, right?
Yeah.
And so the
got a
series,
little bit of that family gift, but
yeah, you got that mountain experience from when you were young. I love it.
right. The other family gift was singing, and being able to sing and tell a story. That one I pursued.
Those are both very, very useful skills to have.
Yeah.
So the series is out December 6th, 2021. The first 3 episodes, I believe, and they're coming after that. I guess what else can fans look for you after they see you in this series? Is there talk of a season 2 already or anything like that? Or are there other works that you're working on?
Well, season 2 would be a dream come true. That's what I want. I'm also on a Christmas movie on Hallmark. It's a sequel to a movie that we did last year that was so beloved that they've asked us to do another one. It's called The Christmas House 2.
That's awesome. That sounds like a perfect thing to
On
watch. So
Hallmark.
thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for watching. Joe Pickett comes to Spectrum and Spectrum On Demand on December 6th, 2021. So you can check it out then. If you liked this interview, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.